Welcome to episode 19. Let's get started.
Something hit us.
What? What is going on now? Are you kidding me? There's a K. There's a K in Heretic's End attacking my stuff. Oh, you got to be kidding me. There's 3 Ps. So I reloaded in a save. I reloaded the save prior to the big Xenon fight in the mission. But I'm going to see if I can send my Odysseus off to get upgraded and maybe get back home before I get company. Because this is so ridiculous. I don't know. I really don't know what to do. What's an M/AM trait? Matter, antimatter. $3.2 million to upgrade. Not very happy about this because I want to sell it. I really don't want to keep it. But the Xenon aren't letting me just be neutral about the whole thing. Whew. That's a nice weapon. Man, look at that. Wow. Graviton cannon. Effective range 8.5. Yeah, don't get in range of those things. Ah. Not good. Yeah, that's not the best in this scenario. Oh, come on. Yeah, baby. Suck it. Well, this thing is a P killer.
K.
But not a K killer. I'm leaving that for the professionals. Look at the beams on that thing. Whoa.
Malfunctioning circuit board.
Check out this asteroid. What would make it do that? That's just silly.
You need serious disdain.
Well, while I'm waiting for that,
Enemy spotted.
alright, so he's getting pretty close to the dock. Alright, just about got it killed. We still got 2 minutes left.
Engaging.
Congratulations, squads. You handled yourselves admirably.
So now I'm actually invited to go to Mars instead of attacked for going to Mars. Oh, it's right there next to the accelerator. Secret Service Bureau. Alright, before I go in there. Okay, Odysseus is going back home. Fully armed. This time. So if Xenon do show up, maybe I have a fighting chance to make them go away. I don't know. It was a K and 3 Ps though. That's serious. I mean, a K is probably too much. I've never seen an Odysseus stand up to a K. But it's VRO, and you never know. Are you guys ever going to actually dock? I wonder. I do not understand the problem with the lack of docking. It's like they're the only ones that are selling Claytronics and hull parts, but there's no docking. I got 6, 1, and 11 sitting here.
Recruit! It's good to see you're still in one piece. Apologies for the harsh welcome earlier. Communications cut off as soon as you engage those Xenon infrastructure units. And I cannot stand having no vision on my subordinates.
I'm ready to make my report.
There's no need for a detailed report, Recruit. My staff have already extracted your ship logs the moment you arrived. It is beyond dispute that what you have witnessed is of the utmost concern to the Protectorate, but that is only half of the reason why I called you here personally. You have displayed unquestionable obedience and clarity of mind in the most stressful of situations, and distinguished yourself as a defender of Sol in even the darkest hours of our operation. I hereby raise you to the rank of Special Operative, and no, refusal is not an option. But I might deign to answer some of your questions, if you have any. No classified subjects, though. My analysts are not entirely sure about the exact order of events. For that, we would have to interrogate Shinneman himself, and he remains MIA. Judging by your report, it seems he may have been abducted. But I have a suspicion that there's more to it than that. I really should have read the signs beforehand. After all, predicting the movements of ally and enemy alike is core to my job here. For some reason, Shinneman must have tried desperately to make a name for himself, to be inquisitive and proactive in every situation. He also seems to have eerie intuition regarding the Xenon. I can only guess that something in his childhood, surrounded by stories about the glorious Terran war against the machine scourge, must have sparked his imagination. Try to understand. That which cannot be understood might have been his downfall. A cutting-edge operation to strengthen societal cohesion, or, if you believe intervention, just another failed experiment. When I originally pitched the idea, I was mostly concerned with creating a common cause for the disenfranchised of Sol, though drawing in foreign attention seekers turned out to be a welcome side effect. After all, why would you care? Stand up and fight for our beautiful system if you felt like a second-class citizen, or worse, an alien. I suppose there are a few parallels to the Pioneers Initiative, another campaign that defied expectations in its own way. Call it a hunch, but I'm sure you'll be able to see that for yourself very soon. That was an unfortunate confrontation, to say the least. We came close to a debacle, but I was ultimately able to smooth things over with the Secretary of the Antigone Republic. When interacting with the rest of the Gate Network, we will always attempt to show ourselves from our best angle. But make no mistake, Earth will not allow herself to be abused or threatened ever again.
That's a very unfortunate set of dialogue, given the fact that the Terrans are completely dominating Antigone Republic right now.
For now, you leave through that door, and you recover. Once you feel ready, come and talk to me again. I'm sure there will be ample opportunity to apply your very particular set of skills.
I have a very particular set of skills. All right. Well, the Odysseus is back. And I didn't even have to sell it. I still got 13.5 million. But I am very worried about these guys. I mean, there is no progression in this queue.
Hello.
It's Dal. We need to talk. How's it going? Someone just contacted me. Said she was a mutual friend. Have you been freelancing for the Terran High Command without keeping me in the loop? Well, it doesn't really matter now. I suppose we all have our secrets. The contact said she wanted to meet to get the ball rolling on a covert operation, but she refused to discuss the details over the comms. You interested? Okay, I'm sending you the details. Best not keep someone like her waiting for too long.
Hey, we just talked like 5 minutes ago.
Good to see you, Operative.
The outpost incident?
Ever since you handed in your report, my people have been working tirelessly to find a connection between a number of intriguing events that have occurred in Sol over the course of the last few weeks. The first incidents were barely out of the ordinary. High-tech traders missing cargo, manipulated delivery schedules, the occasional kidnapping and ransoming. Then things began to ramp up. Top-secret deliveries being raided, fake distress signals targeting our military trainees, sabotage on a grand scale, and lately, more and more of these incidents involve the Xenon in some fashion. We can no longer ignore the possibility of a major new threat to the Terran Protectorate. Based on recent evidence, my people are fairly sure that our opponents are the infamous Yaki. In a nutshell, they're pirates. Our data suggested that they originated as members of the Argon Federation, another splinter group they couldn't keep under control. The Yaki have always dabbled in dangerous technology, and they seem to have only doubled down on that alarming compulsion since we last had the pleasure of making contact. One of their criminal spin-off enterprises, the infamous VRO, was responsible for an AGI drone attack on Earth in recent history. Expect their ships to be heavily armed and highly maneuverable. Ah, yes, indeed. I recognize you might have personal reasons for your interest, so it seems only prudent to offer you this assignment first. The objective is simple. Find out where these pirates are hiding, what their goals are, and whether they can be defeated. Unfortunately, you will only be able to call upon limited support during your mission. As an undercover operative, it is paramount that no direct connection can be drawn between you and the Terran Secret Service. Once you leave Protectorate space, you're on your own. I can provide some guidance to help you get started, but ultimately, you will be the one making decisions under pressure. 2 of our cadets recently encountered an especially malicious distress signal trap that was presumably set by these Yaki. They seem to be targeting specific Terran ships for some reason, and since they're keen on eliminating anyone who follows their trail, that reason remains a mystery to us. If we catch them in the act, that will tell us more about their objectives. An advanced satellite should be able to pick up on all distress signals in the sector. My team will evaluate the data and point you towards potential discrepancies. With your record, you will do just fine, Operative. I'll leave you to prepare.
Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is to go into extension options, dynamic wars, options, and I'm going to cycle the lock scale plate packed relations. The reason I'm doing that is because I think that even though the set enabled here, I think it was disabled, which would explain why I lost relations with the scale plate pact when I killed that one pirate. Not going to make that mistake again, so we'll see if this helps. The next thing I'm going to do is to tell the Perseus, which is in Getsufune, to go down to the HOP wharf and upgrade its weapons from this awful positron barrage to the scattergun. Haven't tried that yet. We'll see how it goes. And then I'm going to tell it to fly to Brennan's Triumph and wait for me because I'm going in that direction. And the Pegasus, which is just sitting here in Argon Prime, I am going to have it buy some nav beacons, and then I'm going to change its orders to satellite service. I want it to go to jump gates, data vaults, and I want it to drop satellites all over Argon Prime just to see how this mod works, because I've never tried satellite service.
I was asked to drop my cargo. Awaiting orders.
All right, so now I've got somebody in trouble. Be number one. That's this one. So this scale plate freighter is attempting to pirate number one, and the destroyer will probably attack the pirate if he fires on him. Looks like he's bugging out. Not sure why. Move to engage position and attack. Yeah, so yeah, he gave up because the target left the zone, which is this large sphere here. It's very nice. Protect Station works really well. I don't know which mod added Protect Station. I don't think it's vanilla. It might be a VRO. It might be something else. Either way, I'm really glad it's an option. Ooh, there's a P. Oh. You know what? And here comes a Phoenix. You know, if it's not one thing, it's another, right? Is the Phoenix going to cause trouble? Because that's a destroyer. It's a pirate destroyer.
I was asked to drop my cargo.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of pirates in my home turf. That must have been this one. 11. And this guy, now my destroyer, is
Awaiting orders.
moving to engage. And it looks like... What's the Phoenix going to do, though? What's the Phoenix going to do? That's the big question here. Looks like the P isn't interested, so he's leaving. Oh, wait. Wow. The P just opened fire on that Terran delivery ship. The Phoenix is leaving? Maybe? The destroyer is pursuing until no. Phoenix is out of the attack or the zone of protection. So that is good. That is so good. I love this behavior. It is exactly what it should do. However, I might have to tell the destroyer to take out that P if he's just hanging out by the gate. Because I don't... Yeah, he killed that. He killed an Argon Discoverer. Oh. No. I accidentally deleted one too many commands. No, I think that was fine. I think it was fine. So he's going to go... He's delivering hull parts to the factory. To the hull part factory. And the destroyer is just about caught up to the P. I don't know why he dropped out of travel mode. Yeah, this number 11 was fleeing still from before, from when it was the Phoenix. but he was fleeing right into the P, which, that's a bad idea. I don't know why the destroyers... Oh, never mind. He's picking up speed. He's picking up speed. Oh, you overshot. What did you do? Turn around. All right. P's taking hits. You're going to have to turn around. P is actually engaging. Turn around. Oh, and Alex, that's not good. Yeah, the P's taken a lot of hits from the destroyer. Meanwhile, an LX is coming to assist, which I don't like at all because they have cruise missiles. I tell you what I'm going to do. I might have forgotten behavior. I want these on missile defense. Because you can tell some of the turrets to be on missile defense now as part of VRO. And these are the best turrets for missile defense. That way, if or when the LX does decide to launch missiles at the Odysseus, it should be fine. These shields are down. LX is taking hits. LX is engaging, for sure. He's in trouble. Alex might be leaving, maybe not. Whereas shields are doing just fine. He is almost... Oh, there's an S just passing through, I'm sure. Another one. Come on, finish the job. I wish I was here to watch this fight. I say that a lot because I'm sure it's cool. This would be really great to see. But I'm just having to wait for out-of-sector combat to handle it. There goes the P. All right.
Awaiting orders.
All right, Alex is dead.
Awaiting orders.
Okay. Now I can get on with my mission.
Here. 2 medical emergencies and a harmless collision in the docking queue. Nothing out of the ordinary. Patrols are already moving in to assist. Carry on with your task.
Docking aborted.
Anywhere within this sector will be fine, Operative.
My mission bugged out a little bit because I took too long, I think. It was because I was in menu to doing other things. And I don't know, it shouldn't have done that, but she acted as if I dropped the advanced satellite here when I didn't. And now she's telling me to go to the next sector. So, okay.
Entering
Beautiful, isn't it? Solid piece, I mean. I hope we can keep it that way. And here we are. You just have to know what to watch out for. A civilian transport logged an unidentified vessel, creeping about at the edges of the sector, refusing to answer when being asked for directions. There's no mention of a patrol encounter, so that ship might still be out there. Judging by the logged trajectory, we may be able to make a strike in the next sector. That's a lead. Let's move.
accelerator. Saturn 1.
All right, let's see how well the satellite service mod works. Okay, just put down that satellite, even though I already had one here. Now, I think each satellite it puts down costs about 6,000 credits. And I've got almost 15 million, so that's nothing.
Interesting. We're getting dangerously close to Sagaris Pioneers' territory. They're spread thin and rely on Terran trade. That makes them especially vulnerable to these pirate raids. If I were a shadowy nemesis that wanted to strike the Protectorate where it's weakest, Pioneer's space is where I'd begin.
She sounds like a psychopath. If I were a shadowy nemesis.
Entering Saturn 1.
No hints. That's somewhat unexpected. No, there's something here. A faint signal my team can't quite pinpoint. I believe a more in-depth search is in order. That produced a result at least. If you keep this up, you'll be able to narrow down the signal's origin. Move towards the new search area and try again. It's getting clearer. Great. Keep it up. We've almost got it.
There it is.
Wreck.
Mariner Valley Sea Life Club. Wonder what that means in space.
There we go. I'll assign a local patrol to assist you right away. These pirates won't ambush us this time.
Wow, the destroyer's just kicking ass with the local xenon that are showing up. That's good. It's even able to take on an N. Must be the flak turrets I installed. Very nice. Meanwhile, we've got satellites all over the place over here. I'm very curious what it's going to do once it finishes. Did that just pop up, or was I seeing things? Because that should have already been on the map. Unless it's a new factory. Oh yeah, it must be new. It says Argon Factory. It doesn't even have a name yet. It's just got the docking pier and that's it. So it looks like the AI is building some new station.
Your escort is ready and eager for a fight.
Well, let's do it.
Xenon, dispatch them, operative.
There we go.
M. N. M. N. 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 M. N. N. N.
I'd love to take the time to commend you for your bravery, operative, but I'm afraid you'll have to continue on your quest right away. A local trader just sent out a distress signal, and the pattern matches that of an earlier pirate attack. We're close to apprehending these intruders.
Wait, so it's just sitting there. Does that mean it's done? I think it might be.
Entering Uranus.
Seems you've arrived just in time. The reports are piling up in Pioneer's territory, as we feared. How odd. The trader reports that she was ordered to drop her cargo, but that nothing of value ended up being stolen. Only a small amount of foodstuffs. However, there's no time to dwell on that right now. This is as far as I can safely communicate with you, Operative. From here on out, you're on your own.
Aha! Now that the venerable Terran individual has terminated communications, I can finally share my insights with my valued assistant. I do so fancy a scientific investigation.
Entering Neptune.
I spot a pioneer mining fleet in the distance. Maybe we can ask them for directions.
Maybe we can ask them for directions. Or maybe something else is waiting for us. I guess we'll find out. All right, so this has been an interesting shift in gameplay lately as things are starting to happen that are outside of the area that I'm specifically flying in. So like in the moment, you see that I'm flying in Seoul doing a mission for the Terrans, while simultaneously other important things are happening around where my traders are or around where my new station is. And I have to deal with that. Sometimes you have to deal with things that are kind of an emergency in other parts of the galaxy or map or universe or whatever you want to call it, while you're currently dealing with a crisis where your character currently is. So at the moment, my character can only teleport within the sector. So that's not very useful. It's only useful for things like quick getting into a different ship that happens to be in the same sector without having to dock first or go into your spacesuit or things like that. But where it gets really, really interesting is later on when you have full map teleportation, and that way you can literally stop what you're doing in one part of the map and go clear over to the other end to handle a crisis, and then zip right back to where you were and pick up where you left off. It's fantastic, and I'm really, really looking forward to getting there again. But at the moment, it's not there, and things are starting to shift now where the Xenon are putting more pressure on me, and I'm starting to get a little bit worried about what's coming in Heretic's End. And it's not looking good, because the sector to the north of that has got kind of a straight shot to Xenon territory through the split territory. And, you know, I might have to plug that hole somehow, but it's going to take a lot of money. Anyways, thanks for watching today, and I will catch you next time. See ya.